What's up, dudes? Ramen Rock, Episode 1 airs Monday, 3 p.m. PST.
Hey, what's up? My name is Rick. I'm the drummer and singer of Pleasure Gallows. I'm here with my brother, Ryu Kilmister. We're just going to talk to y'all about Asians in rock and roll history. And, you know, I think it's a good topic because we're underrepresented, but we're doing great things out there. And you can just head over and learn something about these new musicians, you know, get familiar. Anyway, I got band practice in a few hours, so I'm just getting ready. Alright, so I decided to do baby metal because, I mean, I thought it was a cool concept, you know. I've been a huge fan of girl bands like Plasmatics, real heavy metal, you know, and it's kind of sexual, but I was kind of disappointed when I actually listened to it because it's like, you have these J-pop stars, and they're dressed like lolis, you know, like little girls, and they don't play any instruments, which is okay. But the background is total gent stuff, like I can't get into that. It's like Limp Bizkit, dude, or like Korn. And then, you know, like the whole lolly thing makes me uncomfortable as a Japanese American. I don't really like little girls like that, you know, even if they're in college, it's still too young. And they act like they're like 10 years old, so I can't really give them a good review. I'm gonna have to give them a thumbs down.
I'm gonna talk about a band called Death Angel. They're from the San Francisco Bay Area, like me, because I was born and raised in San Francisco myself. Death Angel is a band based in the thrash metal scene of the Bay Area in the early mid '80s. They're like Metallica or Exodus or Slayer or Megadeth, except with all Filipino cast of musicians, and they're really good at what they do and playing their musical instruments and stuff like that. Because at the time in the '80s, we didn't really have much of that going on. Whether it was Japanese, Chinese, or whatever Asian ethnicity you would talk about in that scene alone, or just rock in general. To me, personally, as a proud Asian American, they're like the Filipino version of, let's say, Slayer or Exodus or even Metallica. Of course, their lives has changed consistently since then. After the breakup, the reunions, all that kind of stuff. Their sound is brutal, man. Your prototypical quintessential Bay Area thrash. Beyond. They're a Hong Kong rock band. What's the thing about them? Before Beyond, there was no legitimate rock scene or underground music scene for aspiring musicians and bands from Hong Kong, China. So what Beyond did was, they got better at playing their music. They were one of the first major Hong Kong rock bands to sign with a major label. They had social causes that mattered to in a most likely universal level, because they went to Africa in '91 to feed the starving children. And that is a truth, by the way. That is a legitimate fact. And how would I describe the sound of Beyond, the Hong Kong rock band? Well, they were influenced by David Bowie and Pink Floyd. I would say they're like kind of like your typical 80s hard rock mixed with progressive rock kind of rock band, but with more of a Chinese lyrics, like Cantonese style lyrics. I would give them a grade 2 double thumbs up. Onegaishimasu.
也會怕有一天會跌倒，背棄了理想，誰人都。
Alright, this next band I want to talk about is Tang Dynasty. I think it's one of the best bands I've heard in the past month. I was really impressed. It's kind of like Thin Lizzy in some ways, because it takes the ethnic melodies of the culture and makes it heavy metal. And you know, they got great hair, ain't gonna lie. They look like Aerosmith too. It kind of reminds me of the Arhu. I don't know if I'm saying that right, because the last time I saw one of those is high school. But you know, it's one of those like violins you see in Chinatown, and the guy's got that beard going, but he's playing it on a Fender Strat. So I'm gonna give this band a thumbs up.
喝酒，杯咖啡泡入喧嚣的庭院，立足在日坛膜拜古人月亮，开元盛世令人神往。